Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After Sneak Peek, Brandon says Julia won't make fertility appointment. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After star Brandon Gibbs can't handle all the family drama around him. In Us Weekly's exclusive sneak peek of the Sunday, July 27th, episode of TLC's reality show, Brandon, 31, finds himself at odds with Julia Trubkina over their road to parenthood. The doctors in Russia said that it's not likely she can have kids, Brandon reveals in a confessional interview. I know this is a sensitive issue for her. It's why I really don't want to press too much. But at the same time, Julia agreed to schedule the second opinion, and so I've been waiting weeks for her to schedule it. According to Brandon, he hasn't seen any effort on his wife's part to learn more about what's going on. No appointments made or anything, he explains. I am afraid that Julia is never going to book this appointment. Instead of having a one-on-one conversation with his wife, Brandon decides to bring it up in front of his parents, Ron and Betty. The move doesn't exactly impress Julia, 31, who is eagerly waiting for her own parents to visit. We are talking about different stuff now, she says. My parents not even here yet, and you're trying to push me for that. Later this season, Julia's parents are expected to pay a visit and hang out with Brandon and his parents. While the gesture sounds nice, there's already drama brewing as Ron and Betty aren't sure where they are going to sleep when the family reunion happens. My dad going to stay in a guest room. My mom going to stay in a dog room, Julia explains to her in-laws. This is not your room. This is guest room. When Julia reminds Brandon's parents that they are a 90-minute drive from the house, it's not enough to stop Betty from sharing her concerns and pointing out Julia's parents aren't even married. We can't come while they're here because we don't have anywhere to stay, she proclaims. Instead of defending his wife or chiming in on the conversation, Brandon attempts to stay busy by working in the background. The gesture doesn't exactly win him any brownie points with his wife. Brandon, you didn't want to involve this conversation and you sitting and not doing nothing, Julia says. That isn't fun, Brandon. The drama never stops for 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After couples, and the latest sneak peek from the upcoming episode promises fans a whirlwind of emotions. Brandon and Julia, one of the most talked about pairs from the franchise, are once again facing tension, and this time, it's not about farm chores, in-laws, or cultural differences. It's about their future family plans. The clip, which has already set social media buzzing, reveals a heated conversation between Brandon and Julia. Brandon, who has always been a bit of a people-pleaser especially when it comes to his parents, seems to have reached a breaking point with Julia's reluctance to schedule a fertility appointment. What begins as a calm conversation quickly spirals into a tense moment that leaves fans questioning whether this couple is truly on the same page about their future. Brandon's big concern. Brandon Danuccio has never been shy about his dream of having children. Viewers have seen him talk about starting a family multiple times throughout the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. Coming from a close-knit, traditional household, Brandon has always envisioned a future with kids running around the backyard, much like his own upbringing on the family farm. But Julia, who has been vocal about her own ambitions and desire to live life on her own terms, isn't quite ready to make that leap. In the sneak peek, Brandon is seen expressing his frustration. We've been married for a while now, he tells Julia, his tone a mix of pleading and irritation. I just want to know where we stand. Why can't we even make an appointment? It's not like it means we're having kids tomorrow. This one line captures Brandon's mindset. He's not necessarily asking Julia to start a family this second. Rather, he wants to plan for their future. For him, a fertility appointment is about understanding what's possible, and perhaps, it's also a way of getting reassurance. Julia's hesitation. Julia's reaction, however, paints a different picture. The fiercely independent and outspoken Russian native has never been afraid to speak her mind. Since her first appearance on 90 Day Fiancé, Julia has been vocal about not wanting to be pressured into anything, especially when it comes to family planning. In the sneak peek, Julia appears visibly frustrated with Brandon's insistence. "Why are you pushing me?" she asks, her voice tinged with both anger and fear. "I don't want to go to a doctor to talk about this right now. I'm not ready. It's my body, my choice." Fans of the couple know that Julia's journey hasn't been easy. From adjusting to life in a rural American setting to navigating tense relationships with Brandon's parents, Ron and Betty, Julia has had to fight to carve out her independence. The idea of children, for Julia, isn't just about motherhood, it's about giving up a level of freedom she's worked hard to gain. The underlying tension. What makes this scene particularly compelling is the unspoken tension simmering beneath the surface. Brandon and Julia's relationship has always been a delicate balance of compromise. While Brandon often tries to appease his family, Julia wants to break free from their influence and live life her way. A fertility appointment may seem like a small step, but for Julia, it feels like a slippery slope toward a life she's not ready for. She fears being trapped in the same cycle of expectations she's been fighting against since day one. Fans on social media have been quick to weigh in. Some viewers argue that Brandon has every right to want to know about their fertility options, while others believe Julia's hesitation is perfectly valid. As one fan tweeted, "Brandon needs to understand that Julia is not ready to be a mom, and that's okay. Pressuring her won't help." Will Brandon and Julia find common ground? The upcoming episode promises more than just this heated argument. According to TLC's episode synopsis, Brandon and Julia will also face additional challenges possibly related to their living situation and ongoing family drama. Ron and Betty, who have never been shy about voicing their opinions, might also play a role in this conversation about the couple's future. What's clear from the sneak peek is that Brandon and Julia are at a crossroads. Brandon's desire for stability and family clashes with Julia's need for independence and personal freedom. For many couples, these kinds of conversations are defining moments, and fans are eager to see how this one plays out. Why this sneak peek has fans talking? The 90 Day Fiancé universe is no stranger to controversial topics, but the question of starting a family hits differently. For Brandon and Julia, who are still relatively young and figuring out their married life, this conversation feels like a reality check. What makes their storyline particularly relatable is the honesty of the moment. Many couples struggle with timing when it comes to having children. Brandon's desire to plan ahead, and Julia's hesitation, mirrors the real-life experiences of countless viewers. It's raw, emotional, and very much in line with the drama that Happily Ever After is known for. A glimpse into the future. While the sneak peek ends without resolution, it sets the stage for what could be a pivotal moment in Brandon and Julia's marriage. Will Julia come around and agree to a fertility checkup just for peace of mind, or will Brandon's persistence cause even deeper cracks in their relationship? There's also speculation among fans that this storyline could lead to a bigger reveal later in the season. Some viewers believe that Julia's hesitation may have more to do with health concerns or personal fears that she hasn't shared with Brandon yet. Others think this is simply the couple's way of highlighting cultural differences and contrasting life goals, something they've faced since day one. Final thoughts. As 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After continues to unfold, Brandon and Julia's journey remains one of the most compelling arcs this season. Their fiery personalities, combined with the pressures of marriage, make every conversation feel like it could change everything. The latest sneak peek is just another reminder that this couple, for all their love and chemistry, still has major hurdles to overcome. Whether they're arguing about farm life, family interference, or now, fertility, one thing is certain: Brandon and Julia know how to keep fans glued to their screens. The upcoming episode promises to dive even deeper into this emotional conversation, and fans can't wait to see if they find a middle ground or if this will be the argument that changes their relationship forever.